It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you for joining us today on this special Science Bowl game. Yes, the two teams you're about to meet have won once previously, and today's winner will move on to the semifinals in this year's elementary school competition, and this is our 37th year of Science Bowl here in Prince George's schools. Let's meet these wonderful teams. First, from Bladensburg Elementary School, say hello to Taj and Salome and Olamide. Oh, with their matching shirts over there. And over at Longfields, we welcome back Drew and Nathan and Adaransola. And now here are the categories of questions that we use here on the Science Bowl. Familiar to most of you, I hope, who've been watching our show.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. On the left, 5 and 10-point questions, relatively simple. They get increasingly more difficult. 15, 20, and 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. We never deduct any points from anybody here. At the end of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 very talented teams will be moving on to the semifinals. So we have a lot at stake here today. Let's make sure everything works properly. Let's go to that red team. Salome, try your buzzer, please. Looks and sounds A-OK. Good luck to Bladensburg. Longfields, Nathan, give it a push. All right, it also seems to work and sound well enough. So good luck to that Longfields team. Guys, congratulations on making it this far in the competition. We go alphabetically, B before L, so Bladensburg and Salome, let's play the bowl. Go.
Science potpourri for 15 points.
15 for?
Science potpourri.
Science potpourri. Question is as follows, multiple choice. Scientists have discovered that transporting a tranquilized rhinoceros from one place to another to get it away from poachers can seriously affect the rhino's breathing. Turns out the best way to move a tranquilized rhino is to let the rhino lie on its side, to lie flat on a truck bed, or to fly it upside down from a helicopter. Which would be easiest on that rhino? Bladensburg, Longfields, talk among yourselves because I may have to come to you. Bladensburg, which way is safest and easiest for that rhino? Okay, Salome, what you got?
Side? On the side? On the side?
Not on its side, good try. Would the best way to transport that tranquilized rhino it would be on his side, lying flat on a truck bed, or flying upside down from a helicopter?
Lying flat on a truck bed.
The helicopter was the right answer there because there's not a lot of pressure on it because it's like a whale on a beach. It's so heavy, its lungs can't expand. So if you lift it up there, it's not all that pressure on its organ. No points to start the game. Go again, red.
Dateline Science for 15 points.
Dateline for 15. Here we go. Again, a multiple choice. Recently, a very large piece of ice that fell off Antarctica into the ocean. Was it an iceberg, an ice cap, or an ice shelf? Longfields.
Shelf.
Yes, the big part of the Ross ice shelf cracked off there. Yes, glaciers are the source of icebergs. Good. Go green.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Here's your question, teams. Johns Hopkins Hospital has a center that treats all kinds of cancer with a therapy name for this positively charged subatomic particle. Bladensburg.
Protons?
Yes, ma'am. Proton it is. Thank you, Todd. Proton therapy it is. Go red.
Dateline science for 10 points.
Dateline for 10. At Queen Elizabeth's funeral, crawling among the flowers atop her coffin was one of these familiar arachnids. Longfields.
Spider. Spider.
There was a spider crawling among the flowers, and all those solemn people, and you could see that they were probably as stunned as the spider was. Go again. Green.
Body systems for 10.
Body for 10. Teams, your question is as follows. People with thyroid disease, Bladensburg, people with thyroid disease often develop something called exophthalmia, which is when these body parts bulge out of their sockets. Bladensburg.
Their eyes.
Their eyes, yes. In fact, there are commercials about that too. You can see a woman with different kind of glasses because she has taken this medication to make it less prominent. All right, 70 to 75. We got a close game here. Edward, you doing okay over there? Settle down. We're going to have a good game. You're doing fine. Salome, go.
Let's get physical for 15 points.
Physical for 15. Here we go. 15 points. The tipping point for one of these kinds of storms to be named a hurricane is 74 miles per hour. Bladensburg.
A tropical storm?
Yeah, a tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it goes above 74. You've been watching your weather forecast. Maybe you listened to me when I used to do that. Go, Red.
Let's get physical for 5 points.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Breathing in this gas, Longfields, long associated with balloons, affects human vocal cords. Bladensburg.
Heliums?
Yes, that's right. That's what happens to your vocal cords. Yeah, you talk real high. Good. Go again, Red.
Zoo for 10 points.
Zoo for 10. Many of the shows on NBC are also available on their pay-per-view channel, named for NBC's logo, a very flashy bird with a colorful, yes, Longfield.
Peacock.
Peacock, yes, the Peacock channel. That's it. All right, now you're cooking. Go Green, 5 points behind.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10, and the lead, if you get this right. If you find palm trees growing at a fertile place in the middle of the desert, you are at one of these O-initialed, artificially created Bladensburg. An oasis. Oh, Lamidi knew that one. Yes, indeed. You're at an oasis. All right. Still a nail biter. Go Red. Oh, the buzzer says we're going to have to wait and take a breath here. Let our teammates kind of get their senses back. We will be back in a few moments to talk to them and to continue this Science Bowl game. Don't go away. And welcome back. Our teams are trying to contain their enthusiasm and temper their anxiety over there. Yeah, they both want to win, and you can see that they are both tough teams. We're going to give them just a little bit of a break, talk to them a little bit about themselves and their schools. Let's go to Bladensburg. Salome, tell us about Bladensburg. Who are the, you've got a principal there and a vice principal that hard to tell apart, yeah? Tell us about that.
Our principal is Dr. Williams, and our vice principal is Miss Battles.
And that's her twin sister, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Do you sometimes get them confused?
Yes.
They probably use that to their advantage. Tell me about your school. Who are your alternates, if you have any?
We have two. One of them is Ricardo, and one of them is Gianna.
And they'll be out here. And Dr. Danga is your coach?
Yes.
This is her first year as a coach. I know how proud she is of you guys. She's been taking you pictures of you left and right. Yeah, you guys are going to be plastered all over the place. You'll be YouTube stars, like the Longfields team will be. Tell us what you want to do someday.
When I grow up, I would like to be a pediatrician.
Pediatrician. And Bladensburg is a cool school because you got great teachers there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Alameda, you know an awful lot about science. Young man wants to be a doctor someday. How do you know so much science?
Well, in 4th and 5th grade, I used to study a lot of science, and right now, I really just go on random websites when I have the time and do some science.
You're doing everything right, and you are in the right place at the right time. Yeah, this Science Bowl, we're hoping that you learn something, but we want to learn what you know as well, and you're letting us know that you know an awful lot. Taj, nice to have you here today. I hope you're happy you joined this team.
Very.
Yeah, and I know you're science. You like science, but you're not thinking of it as a career goal. What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I'll like study certain subjects. I like biology a lot, so I'll like search up things about the human body or animal bodies.
Yeah, biology. I majored in biology in college, and it's it can take you everywhere. The more you know about how the world works and how your body works, the less fearful you are and the better you are to take care of the world and yourself. You're all playing a good game here. Let's go over and talk to your competitors at Longfields. Nathan, tell us the Longfields story. Miss Bear is out there, one-time Teacher of the Year nominee, just a great, great coach. Tell us about her. What do you like about her?
Well, Miss Bear is she's a great coach, and she's a great helper because she pushes us through the challenges and hardships.
Yeah, for tough times. Yeah, she understands. She has empathy for what you guys are going through. I know you're nervous out here. Who's your principal?
Miss Bell.
Absolutely. Also very proud of you. And alternates on your team, Nathan?
Yeah, Vika. For alternate.
Wonderful. We'll bring the alternates out later. And tell us a little bit about what you do in your spare time, Nathan.
During my spare time, I'll read books, I'll draw, and sometimes I'll play games. I'll also look up random stuff.
I'm with you on that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, looking up random stuff, that's what our phones are for. You know, get that Google and make it work. Nice to have you here today. Longfields is a great school. Got great teachers there too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Drew said he wants to be the President of the United States someday. And I asked him what he would do if he was elected, and he said, I want to make things peaceful for people everywhere, right? Yeah. The world is hardly ever at peace. What got you interested in being president?
When I heard about all the wars that are happening, I decided that I wanted to be the person to make an end to that.
Yeah, because we all want to just have them stop, don't we?
There's too much hunger, and frankly, I don't want any more people risking their lives.
Yeah. You have a big heart, Drew. You have a big heart, and you would be a good president. Thanks for sharing that with us.
I will be.
All right. Adransola, yeah, you're sitting over there, you're a fourth grader, and I saw you. You were telling Nathan, all right, I want you to go for those 25 points. You want to win this thing, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. There's no shame in that. What do you want to do someday, young lady?
Be a dentist.
I can't hear you.
Be a dentist.
A dentist. That's right. You were telling me about that last time. Yeah, we put a lot of stock in smiles and straight teeth and, you know, all the things that can go wrong with teeth that we're happy to have. We're very happy and lucky to have dentists. All right, let's get back to the game. 85 Longfields, 100 Bladensburg. Very close. Lots of points to give away. Red, go. Salome.
Body systems for 15 points.
Body systems for 15. Here we go. If something happens that really surprises you, your reaction might be for this body part, technically known as the mandible, to drop. Longfields.
Heart.
Not your heart. What body part is said to drop if something happens that really surprises you? A part that technically is known as the mandible.
Passage.
Jaw.
Your jaw. My jaw dropped. It was jaw dropping. Huh? I won the science ball? Huh? Yeah. Go Red.
Body systems for 20 points.
Body systems 420. Here's your question. While people like the actor Brad Pitt can recognize people by the sound of their voice, they suffer from a rare condition called prosopagnosia, which keeps them from recognizing people by this most basic of features. Nathan.
By their faces.
Yeah. They can't tell people apart by their faces. Isn't that something? You would think that would just be basic. Good answer. Good. You need those points. Go, Nathan.
Zoo Parade for 20.
Zoo Parade, 20 points. Here it is. A winner of one of the silly science awards known as the Ig Nobel Awards. There are Nobel Prizes. The Ig Nobel Prizes was a man who built a crash dummy mannequin of this largest of the world's deer that often collide with cars in Maine and other states. Bladensburg.
Passage.
Moose.
Moose, yeah, he built a mannequin moose. They are big animals, the biggest deer in the world. Go, Red.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo parade for 15. Here's your question. While spiders have 8 legs, starfish have 5 of these. Bladensburg.
Limbs.
More specifically.
Arms.
Arms, yeah, they have 5 arms. Absolutely right. Good. The counterpoint there, legs versus arms, 8 and 5. All right, Bladensburg. Hang in there, Longfields. Okay, go, Salome.
Science potpourri for 10 points.
Science potpourri for 10. Here's that question for you. While it is bees and bats and birds that perform this service for flowers on land, it is crabs and shrimp that do it for seagrass.
Pollinate.
Salome?
Pollinate.
Pollinate, yeah. Crabs and shrimp pollinate the only flowers that live in the seagrass. That's it. Drew, okay, don't be emoting. Think. Listen as Nathan is to everything I'm saying here so that you guys can ring that buzzer. Nathan is keeping his cool over there. Don't be, oh, it's awful. Stick with us. Go, Red.
Science potpourri for 5 points.
Potpourri for 5. All right. Well, TikTok is the name of the great videos you can access on your phone. It is also the sound the clock made that was swallowed by this reptile who was stalking Captain Hook. Nathan.
The crocodile.
The crocodile, yeah. Tick-tock, tick-tock, yeah. That poor Captain Hook, he kept hearing that sound. Okay, go, Green.
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. 75% of the oxygen we breathe comes from the ocean. What do you want to tell me, Longfields?
Nothing.
Nothing? 75% of the oxygen we breathe, Bladensburg, comes from the ocean, where it is produced by these plants performing photosynthesis. What you got?
Seaweed.
Not quite. Algae. Algae is what we want there. Try again, please. Green. Nathan.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Because seeds contain tiny leaves, tiny stems, and tiny roots, along with a food source, they, like mammals developing in the womb, are called by this E-initialed name.
Embryo.
Longfields.
Embryo.
Embryos is right. Yes, sir. Good. Go.
Science potpourri for 20.
Science potpourri for 20 points. The fuel still powering Voyager 1, America's oldest spacecraft, is this radioactive chemical element that could have had the symbol capital P small l, but was given the symbol Pu because it's more fun to say. Pu is what? Radioactive element, Longfields.
Plutonium.
It is indeed plutonium. Yes, sir. Good. Go.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Here's that question for you. A new study showing that vitamin D is not the super vitamin many of us believed it to be, involved one experimental group of people taking vitamin D pills, while a similar group, unbeknownst to them, were given fake vitamin pills. That pill was known by what P initialed word? Nathan.
Prototype?
Not a prototype. That's a good try. This P initialed word in the experimental design of the people, unbeknownst to them, they were taking fake vitamin D pills. That P initialed word is this, Bladensburg.
Pass.
Taj? It's a placebo. A placebo is a fake. All right, we still have just a 10-point difference. Bladensburg, you're ahead by 10, but Nathan, you get to pick.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. All right, here's that question for you. The amount of water vapor in the air compared to how much it can hold at a particular temperature is expressed as this kind of humidity. Bladensburg. Taj, what you got? Answer, please. All right, Longfields. I will repeat for you. The amount of water vapor in the air compared to how much it can hold at a particular temperature is expressed as this kind of humidity. You had a chance to think about it. What you got? It is relative humidity. Relative humidity. Go again, please, Green.
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. Long feared for carrying rabies and getting caught in your hair. These winged mammals are a farmer's best friend for all the insects they eat. Yes, Nathan.
Crow.
Not crows, no. Long feared for carrying rabies and getting caught in your hair. These winged mammals are a farmer's best friend for all the insects they eat as they fly through the night. Bladensburg?
Ravens?
Bats. Mammals. Go. Green. You're still in it.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. There are over 500 varieties of this fruit, all created through grafting and cross-pollination, but we see only a handful in the stores like Macintosh, Honeycrisp, and Golden Delicious. Longfields.
Apples.
They're apples. Yes, they are. Good. Go.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. A children's book by Judy Blume was all about a boy who hoped a juice would help him grow these little brown melanin patches that appear on some people's faces. Longfields.
Freckles. Freckles.
They're freckles, yeah. Aderansola, she knew that one good. We have a tie score. Go Green.
Dateline science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points, teams. Having been hunted to extinction in India, some of these fastest of all land animals are, yes, Longfields.
Cheetah.
Cheetahs, yeah, they're being moved from Africa to India where they hope to start reproducing again. Go Green.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category, teams. Let's look at the picture in the studio here. The largest of all the world's seeds produced by a coconut there, called the coco de mer, is not designed to be dispersed like the seeds of other coconuts, which is how? Nathan.
Water.
By water, yeah. They drop into the water and they float to another island. Perfect. Go.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25. Come on, Bladensburg. You need this one. Zoo parade for 25 points. Look at this picture. The missing moon of Saturn, whose destruction could have caused the planet's tilt and ring formation, was given this C initial name. Nathan?
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis is right. Yes, another name for the pupal case of the butterflies. Go again, Green.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25. Big one in that category. Bile juice and urine are both stored separately in your body in elastic sacs known as these B-initialed organs, Longfields.
Bladder.
Bladders is right, and the buzzer ends the game. It looks like Longfields has brought it in. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. Well, did you see what happened here? Yes. It seemed like it was all over for Longfields, but they gave it their extra effort, and they are emerging today's winner. Today's score, Longfields 240, Bladensburg 160. A round of applause for everybody for a great game here today. I know you were hard-pressed to keep up with all these young people because they are Prince George's best. Let's find out who's standing behind them. Sally, could you tell us who's back there?
This is our principal, Dr. Williams, and this is our vice principal, Miss Battle. This is our coach, Dr. Danga. These are our 2 alternates, Gianna and Ricardo.
Thank you, alternates. So you guys are not twins, but the principal and her twin are here, and Dr. Danga's husband is a sizable coach himself for the Hyattsville team. Longfields, congratulations. Nathan, you are the man here today. You really are something else. Anything they can do for you is not enough. Tell us who's back there.
Our coach over here is Miss Bear, and our principal here is Miss Bell. Our alternate Vika, she went home.
Wonderful. We appreciated having the Alden here earlier. And if the principal and your coach carry you home on their shoulders, we will understand why. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for a great game. Happy holidays to you. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Dave Zaire. Until next time, bye-bye.